So today is Monday, the 26th of October, and it's my first day officially as unemployed. I was made redundant due to COVID. Unfortunately, the industry I was working in was hit pretty hard. My employers for the longest time tried to cushion us from redundancy. The directors, all of the directors, in fact, they all took big pay cuts at the beginning of the year. But at the beginning of this month, unfortunately, I was told that my job was no longer tenable. So, as of today, I have no job. With the way things are, with everyone kind of working from home now, or companies pushing people to work from home where they can, there isn't much room for a career office manager. I've spent the last couple of weeks since they announced my redundancy devising a plan. I thought I had one, but today I've just kind of felt lost. I think the hardest thing is that this is now the third time in 15 months due to things that are completely out of anybody's control. Last July I was made redundant from a job I'd been with for close to 5 years. That job was mostly within the architectural industry, and as a result of Brexit or Brexit uncertainty, a lot of investors were pulling out of construction projects. As a result, the architectural industry was having to tighten its belt, and as a result, I was made redundant. But from there, I got another job, again in architecture, but more in the private architectural sector. But after a few months, that got hit by Brexit panic again, and as a result, that company had to tighten its belt, and I was made redundant before my probationary period was seen through. And in this job, the job I've just left, they headhunted me at the beginning of the year. I joined literally the day after my birthday, and then lockdown happened a few weeks later. The thing is, well, for a long time I've been in this kind of anxious headspace with my job. Whether or not I would still have a job at the end of the year. And I finally started to feel at ease again. I finally started making plans for myself, and that day that I started making plans was literally the day that they announced my redundancy. It starts to do weird things to your head. You start to wonder, would that have happened if I hadn't allowed myself to make plans, if I hadn't had that confidence? It's one of those things. My head works that way. I mean, at one point in my life, I actually blamed myself for Princess Diana's death because I moved the TV from the living room into my bedroom one day, and then the very next morning, the first thing I did was turn on the news and Princess Diana had died, and I spent weeks afterwards as a teenager wondering, would that have happened if I just left the TV in the living room? When you've lived in a constant state of anxiety for one reason or another, you do tend to blame yourself for disaster, no matter how tenuous the connection is between your decision or your action and this situation that you had absolutely no control over whatsoever. That's just the way the anxious brain works. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what to do next. Obviously, I'm going to keep job hunting. I don't even know why I'm doing these videos, to be honest. Why am I suddenly doing these self-pity videos after months and months, or even a year or so since the last time I actually did a video for myself on my own channel? Who knows, maybe a year from now I'll look back on this video and be like, that was the first day of a very positive journey, or maybe this was the first day of my complete and absolute downfall. Who knows? But times like this, I really wish my kids weren't as smart as they are. My 8-year-old is painfully aware of what is going on, what it means, the implications, and it's heartbreaking when he pulls out all his big bag of change, and he's tries to give it to us to help with bills and things, and it's we're not at that point yet, but it's just, I made a promise to myself a very, very long time ago that no matter how bad it gets, I will never, ever, ever borrow money from my children. My mum used to do that and never give the money back. You know, and it's your job as a parent to try and protect them from all that stuff, but they are so smart and so in tune, and no matter what you do, they just know. They know something's up. Hopefully I just needed to get through today, and as of tomorrow, I'll know what I'm doing, I'll know how to get there, and I'll have like the mental energy again to just get myself moving. Just have to see, I suppose. I'm not going to do all the call to action stuff on this video. It's gauche. This is not what these videos are about. I'm hoping more that they're just a time capsule of a period I am going to look back on as a gear change or chapter change, I suppose. We'll see. So until the next one, genuinely take care of yourselves, of each other. Give someone a hug. Tell someone you love them.